All right, I think we are live now. And I am here with Kristy Osborn, and we're attempting to do this, and there seems to be a delay issue going on that I'm going to have to figure out how to fix this. Hold on. Kristy, do you still see my delay here?
I am good.
Okay. So we're going to attempt to see how to figure this out. I don't know what's going on. Okay. We'll see what happens here. All right. So we are starting a new episode this season or this year called Advice That to Give My Younger Self. And this is episode 1. And I've asked Kristy Osborn to come in and do it with me. So Kristy, I'm going to let you talk because somehow it seems like I'm having problems on my end, but you're not. So we'll just let you run with it. But talk to us, introduce yourself, talk a little bit about what you do, and then go into advice you would give your younger self.
Okay. I can hear the echo. Okay, so I am Kristy Osborn with Fairway Mortgage, and I am one of the loan officers here who specialize in the reverse mortgage product. So been doing the mortgage industry now for almost 10 years, been in real estate about 21 years. So third career for me, actually. Started out in hospitality and then finance and then real estate. So, and okay, advice that you would give your younger self. And one of the things that you had asked me was to talk to this point specifically maybe about perseverance. And so I'm a pretty persistent person, I think, sometimes to my detriment. Sometimes persistence is not always a good thing. You know, I'm of the mindset, just get through it, put your mind, you know, to it and just work your way through it. That has served me well through a lot of periods of my life. And you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think there are times where you need to not be as persistent and think about others maybe to some extent. So, but a story of persistence, I think probably there's a couple of things that come to mind. The most recent would be when I had to become a full-time caregiver to my stepmom who was battling cancer. And that was a pretty difficult time in my life just because I was still working. And as we all know, the industry that we work in is pretty demanding and dealing with cancer, something that I really didn't know anything about, dealing with doctors and hospital visits and chemotherapy treatments. And, you know, you're trying to manage someone's care at the same time as still taking care of your own life. I still had kids that were, you know, at home at that point. And you know, you just have to get through it. And persistence helps you do that. Sometimes you kind of put everything else out of your mind and just get through it, and dealing with it maybe comes later. So I think looking back on all of the periods of my life that have been difficult or where I needed persistence to get through those, that I would say to my younger self, this is going to pass. You know, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what I'm going through right now is not going to seem as large. And yet you be overwhelming to you to the point that other things get pushed to the wayside, or you can't enjoy the things that are beautiful about that period of your life because you're so overwhelmed with whatever that issue might be that you're trying to get through. And so if I could give myself, even my current self, any advice, it would be, don't let the things that you're going through overwhelm you to the point that you can't enjoy life, because there's always beautiful in everything. And even, you know, stolen moments with your children when you're going through something, or time with a puppy, or, you know, whatever, a sunrise, there are things that are beautiful, and we need to be able to enjoy those little moments, even when we may have an overwhelming life problem. I wish I was better at that.
I think that is like the best advice ever, for sure. That was fantastic, Miss Kristy. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I'm still having a delay issue. We're going to get this fixed, but I appreciate you sharing, and what a great advice. This too shall pass, right? This too shall pass.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.